and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Get Down to Business, the show all about small business jobs and entrepreneurship. We've got returning guest, business communications and marketing strategist Susan Caplan, joining me on the program. Susan, you work with businesses, organizations, and schools to help them gain a competitive edge in the marketplace. But one thing that many millennials are trying to do is to gain a competitive edge in the marketplace to ensure that they are hired upon graduation. Easier said than done. Susan, you've got the magic recipe, the formula. Is there a solution for this challenge?
Well, hello, and thank you for having me on. This is the perfect time for this conversation because building your career doesn't wait until after graduation. Every experience you have, every skill you learn helps to set you apart from the competition. So in addition to writing your resume, here are the top 3 things I would say do today so
That's
you
great.
can have a job tomorrow. First is take advantage of all the resources on campus right at your fingertips. Join clubs and associations aligned with your area of concentration. Go to the career fairs. Go to campus speakers. Go to the career center and talk to your professors for letters of recommendation. Number 2, get an internship or participate in some form of experiential education. It's really a must for your resume today, and many companies are even offering internships right after graduation. So, like Disney just came out with a great internship you could do after you graduate. So if you're in your senior year, it's not too late. And third is to learn how to tell your story verbally and in writing, and keep practicing it. You'll need this for networking and interviewing.
That's great. And once again, we're chatting with Susan Caplan, an expert on branding and communications. And today we're talking about some tips for college graduates. Susan, I'm detecting a theme in the 3 tips that you just provided for college graduates that want to be employed. And that is that it's not all about the skills or about the knowledge that young adults might be picking up in the educational institutions that we spend so much money sending them to, but it's actually about taking advantages of the resources and the networking that can take place. Is that correct? How important is networking compared to impressive resume?
Well, you have to have a resume that really speaks to who you are and your brand. But it's like this. If you don't put money in your bank account, there won't be any there for you to spend it on things that you want to buy. And it's the same thing about building relationships and networking. If you're not continually building relationships, if you're not continually networking, then when it's time to get that job, people won't be there to lean on. One of the great ways to network is to join your alumni association. If you're still in school, it's probably still free to you. And if you're just out of school, it's a great opportunity. Alum are very generous with helping students get jobs, job shadowing, setting up connections. So that's just an opportunity that's right at their fingertips.
But at what point, Susan, at what point in the college experience should these college students start to take employment and jobs and career, more importantly, seriously? At what point is it premature, and at what point is it too late?
Well, it's never too late because we all have to work. So,
that's right.
I think that, honestly, today, students are preparing before they even step on campus. They're starting to look at what experiences they had in high school and looking at what skills they've learned, whether they worked on teams or been part of sports teams or debate teams or any of those things, and then building a resume on day one. Work with your career center and update it every semester as you build new skills, as you learn about new ways to express yourself and brand yourself.
That's great. And Susan, going back to you for a moment, you've been involved in working with individuals, but also with companies for a long time in helping them sort of develop that message, develop that strategy. Just gave some great advice for individuals, for college students, college graduates, and alumni, and how to take advantage of networks. Tell us a little bit about the other services that your consulting firm provides for the business community as well.
Well, the business community is so special A for hiring college students as interns. They're there, they're available, and they bring so much value to a business as well as learning along the way. Another way I work with businesses is helping them acclimate interns, building an internship program, maybe speaking to the interns, helping them understand how to work in a professional environment. The other way is I work with businesses on helping managers work with millennials and young professionals, how to really work with them and help each other. It's kind of a new language. It's a new way of looking at things. And when you really break it down and start thinking about it, companies are gaining so much more when they work as a team.
You're absolutely correct. Once again, that's why we enjoy having Susan Caplan on the program, talking about jobs, talking about business. Lots of great tips there for you. Susan, what's the best way for our listeners to get a hold of you?
Oh, thank you so much. At my website, and it's SusanCaplan.com. That's SusanCaplan.com. And feel free to reach out to me, info@SusanCaplan.com, and I'll be happy to talk with you.
Fantastic. We appreciate the time. Coming up after the break, we've got a best-selling author who's going to share with us some additional tips, advice, and information. That's what we are all about here on Get Down to Business. Thanks, Susan, for joining us. We'll have more for you after this quick break.